Today, we are gonna compare Day 1 with Apple Journal. My name is Prithviraj and let's get right into it. I personally feel Apple Journal and Day 1 actually cater to two different sets of audience. Day 1 is more similar to that of traditional pen paper journal and it's specifically for people who exactly know what they're doing. Whereas Apple Journal is more targeted towards a young and newer audience, specifically with its more social media like feed and its colorful UI. I was more of a night owl. I used to ignore many things I should be doing. Due to the work pressure, I used to completely ignore my health, and to be honest, I still do. But yeah, I'm trying to change that, and since then I've tried to become more mindful. I got this subscription of the Day 1 journal app in June most likely. Since then, I have had an on and off kind of relationship with journaling. But yeah, I have been trying to incorporate this habit into my day-to-day life. With the iOS 17.2 update, Apple released its own journal app. Let's start by talking about Day 1. It has literally been one of the most popular journaling apps for a long time. Day 1 makes journaling effortless with its more of a clean and uncluttered UI. This app is easy to navigate, even for beginners. It has a notebook-like feel, to be honest. Every entry you create gets organized in a date-wise format. If you pay for this subscription, then you get to create multiple journals in form of different folders. For example, you can create different folders for affirmations, gratitude journals, and other aspects of your life. You can add photos, voice notes, and also attach your location. Or rather, you can even take handwritten journals. If you have an iPad with the Apple Pencil, then you can make the most out of this. You're gonna get best of both worlds that way. As in, it will give you the benefits of both digital and handwritten journals. You will have your own handwriting, making it more personal and your own. Along with it, you will have all the digital benefits like syncing between devices and accessing it through the cloud. It also has this feature called daily prompt. It will give you a different prompt daily, and that can help you get started writing. It can be really useful if you need some help getting started. One of the major selling point of Day 1 was its calendar view. It highlights the days where you have created journal entries. It also has this on this day feature similar to that of Snapchat and Google Photos, where it's gonna show you your previous journals you created on that given day. It will make you feel good realizing where you were the previous year and make you feel good about your progress. Like in the previous year at this time, I was basically shifting from a different city. It can be really pleasing monitoring your progress and mental state over the years. Let's talk about Apple Journal now. I previously created a dedicated video on Apple Journal. I'll leave a link to that in the description in case you're interested in that. Your entries in Apple Journal will look very similar to that of your social media feeds. Like I previously mentioned at the start, that both the apps cater to different audiences. So if you're someone who prefers more of a colorful and aesthetic UI, then you might like Apple Journal more. Also, if you're just someone who is getting started, you're gonna find Apple Journal more useful. This is because the app offers you various prompts and you can shuffle between them until you find the one that inspires you. If you get writer's block while journaling, then this can actually help you get some inspiration and get started writing. It will also give you recommendations based on your daily activities. For example, the photos you have taken and the places you have visited, and even the people you recently called. It's basically taking out all the guesswork and providing you with all the resources you need to get started. It's a new app, hence it lacks several features that would be useful. For example, we were able to categorize different journal entries in different folders in Day 1. Here in Apple Journal, we can only filter the different entries we have made based on its type. A proper organizational system would be really useful, I feel. Since it's a default app by Apple, you can only access it if you're on the Apple ecosystem. The iPad and the Mac versions of the Apple Journal should roll out soon, maybe even a version for the Apple Watch. It will sync perfectly with other Apple apps and products seamlessly. Whereas for Day 1, you can access it everywhere. There's an app for Android as well. It doesn't have a native app for Windows yet, but yeah, you can access it using your browser. There's a web version of Day 1. You can set journal reminders on both Day 1 and Apple Journal. That way you'll be able to stay more accountable. And whereas privacy is concerned, you can lock both the apps using your passcode or your Face ID. I think Day 1 even offers end-to-end encryption. Not really sure about this one, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, there's one notable factor I must mention. The area where Day 1 will excel is because of its previous catalog. Let me explain. If you have been journaling for several years on Day 1, it's highly unlikely that you would be switching to a different app. Your entire library of previous journal entries and experiences are stored here. If Apple somehow allows us to import our previous entries into Apple Journal, then that would be a different story. But to be honest, I don't think Apple is ever gonna do that. That's one area where Day 1 and all other existing journaling apps are gonna excel. But if you are someone who is just getting started into journaling, then you can actually decide the right app for you based on your type. If you're someone who is heavily devoted into journaling and you would like to have a more of a traditional notebook-like experience, then check out Day 1. You will really appreciate the calendar view and on this day pop-ups. And not to forget the proper date-wise arrangement and its organizational system. But if you are someone who is lazy to journal and needs some motivation and aesthetics to keep you going, then Apple Journal surely is a better choice for you. It will be very similar to your Instagram feed. The different prompts will be very useful for you. So which app do you think is more ideal for you? Do let me know in the comments. And now if you'd like to find out other apps for your iPhone that will help you stay more productive, then click here. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel and I hope to see you there.
Sweep me